Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. Hi friends, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Rachel. Welcome to your Yin practice. So today we will begin standing at the top of our mat. We're going to begin with a 15-minute warm-up. So coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. And after our 15-minute warm-up, we will slow everything down, coming into our Yin practice. So let's just bring the feet together or hips width apart. Roll the shoulders back. Start to open and expand the lungs. Turn the palms out to the sides. Just arriving on your mat. You can close the eyes if you feel comfortable or keep the gaze straight ahead. Begin to notice the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. And start to inhale, floating the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the palms together, hands to heart center. Maybe take a moment here to set an intention, dedication for your practice if you'd like. And let's inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Adding on here, inhale. Exhale, coming into our first forward fold. Bend the knees. Let the fingertips drop down to the mat. Inhale, flat back. Maybe bring the palms to the shins. Exhale, fold. Slowly rolling through the spine, coming back up to Tadasana. Inhale, float the arms up. Press the palms together, really ground through the feet, lifting the torso out of the hips, lifting and lengthening, reaching to the sky. Exhale, slowly coming into a gentle back bend, press the hips forward. Exhale, hands to heart. So 2 more just like that with your own breath, warming up the body, nice and gentle and slow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Roll through the spine. Float the arms. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Adding on here, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, let's step that right foot back. Left foot coming into your high plank. Coming into high plank, check your alignment. Make sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Start to engage that core, drawing the navel to the spine. Press the heels back. And just breathe, pushing the breath through the body. Keep the gaze slightly towards the top of your mat. Don't collapse in the neck. Push the ground away with the palms. And if you need to modify here, grounding the knees or the forearms. And then let's slowly lower the knees, the chest, the chin coming all the way down onto the belly. Take the palms outside the chest, elbows to the sky, legs together, point the toes, inhale, peel the chest, baby cobra. Exhale, take it down. 2 more just like that. Inhale. Waking up that lower back. Inhale. Hug those elbows nice and close. Exhale. Press through the palms, tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up to the sky. Let the sternum drop. Let's take 2 nice deep breaths here. Take any movements you need, maybe pedal the heels, bend the knees, move the hips. Coming into your downward facing dog. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Letting the head just hang. And then lifting the heels, walk the feet, coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rolling all the way up to Tadasana. Inhale, float the arms. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. 2 more like that. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Left foot back this time. Right foot high plank. Breathing here. Option to shift the body forward and back, rolling through the toes, or just hold your plank. Waking up the calf muscles. Warming up the wrists. The feet. And then finding stillness, lower the knees, the chest, the chin, all the way down. Inhale. Find your baby cobra, peel the chest. Exhale. 2 more, inhale up. Maybe coming a little bit higher each time. Off the belly. 1 more. Exhale. Press through the palms, tabletop, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Feel the chest opening up, the shoulders. Lift the heels, walk the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rolling all the way up. Float the arms. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms. Keep the arms lifted, palms facing each other. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit the hips down, sitting into that imaginary chair. Inhale, lift the chest up. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, relaxing the shoulders. Firing up the quads. Here, sit down nice and low. Slight pelvic tilt. Exhale, open the arms, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, walk, step, or float the feet. Find your plank pose. From here, if you're ready, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Lowering down like a push-up. Inhale, lifting up, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll through the feet, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. From here, we're going to add on, float the right leg up to the sky, coming into a 3-legged dog. Keep the hips square to the ground, shoulders square to the ground. Really extend through that right leg. Exhale, right foot meets the left foot. Down dog, high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So taking nice controlled fluid movements, warming up. Left leg, three-legged dog. Square the hips, shoulders to the ground. Really extend through that left leg. Float it down, left foot meets the right, down dog. Always have the option to stay in your down dog or float through high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Walk, step, or float the feet. Coming back to chair pose, Utkatasana. Big inhale up. Exhale, float the arms, interlace the fingers, press the palms together. Standing cobra. Starting to come into a back bend. Lift the heart to the sky, let the head drop back. Slide the palms down the back of the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Keep those fingers interlaced. Let the belly lie on the thighs, chest to the knees, head to the chin. Nice deep bend in the knees. Float the arms up. Start to straighten the knees, lifting the hips up to the sky. Stretching, lengthening the hamstrings. Let the head just hang. Beautiful. Exhale, release the fingers, sweep the arms, come back to chair pose. Hands to heart center, hands in prayer. Exhale, let's take a twist over to the right. The left elbow hooks over that right knee. Start to center the palms on the chest. Gazing over that right shoulder. Coming into this beautiful spinal twist here, twisting from the belly button, twisting the rib cage. Come back to center. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sweep the arms. Exhale, chair pose. Hands to heart. Take the twist other side. Right elbow hooks over the left knee. Twist. Nice. Breathing. Use that breath. And then come back to center. Stay nice and low. And then big inhale up. Exhale. Arms to side. Inhale out. Exhale, forward fold. Moving through vinyasa. Exhale. Step the right leg back. Left leg, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. And that's your warm up. We're going to come into our yin practice. Slowly float the knees down to the ground. Exhale, hips to heels for your extended child's pose. So coming into your child's pose. Start to come to the present moment. Slowing everything down. As you move through your yin practice, searching for that edge, that point of resistance, tension, And when you find that point, that edge, you hold and breathe. Use the breath as a tool here to go deeper, creating space in those areas of the body that are maybe holding on to tension, maybe emotions just kind of stored in the body. Take this time to just let go of anything that's no longer serving you. As you're in your first child's pose, maybe notice if you're feeling any tension and resistance right here, maybe the lower back, maybe the hips, maybe the shoulders, the upper back. Start to press or send the breath to those areas of the body. Slowly starting to slow down. Let's start to float the body up, coming into our tabletop position. Moving slightly towards the back of your mat. We're going to start with our upper body here. Focusing on the shoulders, the upper back. So just taking the knees, hips width apart. Relax through the feet, keeping the hips stacked over the knees. We're going to come into our melting heart pose. So starting to walk the palms forward as far as you can, keeping the forearms and the elbows off the ground and keeping the hips stacked over the knees. Start to slowly let the chest melt down to the mat. So remember, we hold these poses for 2 minutes, sometimes 3. So don't rush into the full expression of the pose. Take your time. Ease into the pose. Use any props that you need to. If you have blocks or blankets, use those props to support your body, just allowing you to totally surrender and really let go here. 2 options. You can bring the forehead down to the ground. Or if you've been practicing a while and you feel really open in the shoulders, maybe start to lower the chin down to the ground, gazing forward towards the top of your mat. Always listening to your body, doing what's right for you. And just breathe here. Stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. Little by little with the breath, the body will start to relax, allowing you to go a little deeper. Let's slowly release out of this pose. Start to mindfully lower down the forearms, the elbows, and then just slide onto the belly. Take the arms alongside the body, palms facing up. You can ground the forehead, or getting a little neck stretch in, turn the head to the right, grounding that left ear. Let the shoulders fall down towards the ground. Start to allow the body to totally relax. Let the legs relax, the arms. Just breathe, the body will do the work. And coming back to center with the head. If you have the head turned, just take it to the opposite side. This time, right ear grounds. Let's come back to center. So from here, we're going to stay with the shoulder openers. From here, take both arms overhead, palms facing down. extend the left arm out in T, palm facing down, and start to roll onto the left side of your body, keeping that left arm extended, bending the right knee. Maybe bring that right palm to the right thigh. So we're focusing on opening up that left shoulder. You can take the right arm around, reaching for the left hand. Maybe walk out that right foot. It's almost like you're trying to roll onto your back, but you can't because that left arm is in the way. So just notice what's going on in the chest, the front of the left shoulder. Might feel a little bit awkward here. It's a really good stretch for that opening up the shoulders, the chest. If the head feels uncomfortable or the neck, you can always take a block, a pillow, a blanket, anything underneath for support. Or just kind of let it rest on that left shoulder. So little by little, as any tension and resistance starts to ease up, you can maybe inch a little bit deeper. So keep in mind, we're searching for that edge, that resistance, that tension, maybe discomfort, but never pain. And once you get to that edge, just hold and breathe. Don't hold the breath. And the body, little by little, will start to relax, surrender. The yin practice, we're getting into those areas of the body that we normally don't work, the ligaments, the bones, those connective tissues, the fascia. Let's slowly release. Take that right palm down, supporting you. Remember to move really slow into these postures and really slow coming out. Take your time rolling back onto the belly. Keep that left arm extended. Take the right arm and the left arm, extending overhead, palms down to the ground. Maybe ground the forehead. And just notice how that left arm feels compared to the right. Take a minute here to just come back to center. And when you're ready, let's take it to the other arm. Extend that right arm out, palm facing down. And then rolling onto that right side body. And just repeating what you did on the opposite side. notice that one side you're more open than the other. And that's normal. Keep searching for that edge. Keep trying to roll on to the back. Feel that right shoulder opening up. These are really great shoulder openers for anybody that's at a desk, hunched over a device. Most of us, our shoulders are more forward. Nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. Maybe go a little deeper before we come out of this pose. Let's slowly start to make your way back. Bring that left palm down, rolling back onto the belly, nice and slow. Take a moment, bring both arms overhead, palms facing down, the forehead grounds. Then bringing the palms outside the chest, elbows to the sky. Start to press the palms into the ground and make your way back to your extended child's pose. So taking it nice and slow, drawing the hips to the heels, stretch out the shoulders, the arms. And start to externally rotate those shoulders out. Spread the fingers nice and wide here. And then slowly coming back up to tabletop. And then we're going to come down all the way onto the belly. We're going to come into our Sphinx pose. So coming into Sphinx pose, take the arms out in front, coming onto the forearms. Start to walk the elbows underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Take the legs maybe mat's width if that feels good for you. So we're shifting our attention to the lower back. So most of the weight is maybe kind of in the pelvis area. Start to lift that belly off the ground. Take any weight out of the palms. Begin to relax through the shoulders, the upper body if you can. Relax through the feet. The tops of the feet are just resting on the ground. Start to check in with the legs. So in our yin practice, we want to give the muscles a break. So notice if you're clenching the glutes or any leg muscles, just allow the muscles to relax. Then once you settle in here, start to puff the chest forward and lift through the crown of the head. And then just notice the different sensations in the lower back. This is all about the lower back, the spine. Close the eyes or keep the gaze straight ahead. Stay with your breath, don't hold the breath. Keep puffing that chest forward and lifting through the crown. So you might start to get fatigued in the arms. Try to just breathe through it. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, if you've been practicing a while and you want to go into seal pose, start to lift the elbows, the forearms up off the ground. And just notice where everything shifts, maybe more towards the middle of the spine. Again, check in to make sure the shoulders didn't creep up towards the ears. Make sure you're not clenching anywhere in the lower body. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. At any time seal gets to be too much, just transition slowly back into Sphinx pose. Let's take one more deep breath here. Exhale, slowly release, come back into Sphinx pose. Maybe let that forehead drop all the way down. Take the arms alongside the body, palms facing up. Maybe turn the head towards the right. And then back through center, turn it to the opposite side. And come back to center. Take the palms outside the chest and press through tabletop. Back to your child's pose. Nice and slow, stretch it out. Maybe the knees are a little wider here. And slowly make your way up. We're going to start to focus on the lower body. Coming into the hips, the glutes, the hamstrings. So coming to the center of your mat, let's find our high plank. And then downward facing dog. Lift those hips up. Pedal the heels, bend the knees, move the hips. Walk out your dog. And an option here to flow through a vinyasa coming into high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Float the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend that right knee and stack the hips, so right hip stacking over the left hip. Let that right foot hang heavy. And then drawing the knee into the chest, we're going to come into our dragon pose, stepping through. Coming into dragon pose, let's stack that right knee over the right ankle. Begin to slide the left leg back. So a lot of variations here. If you've been practicing a while and you want to just go into your lizard pose, or take this deeper wherever you want to go, just go for it. If you feel challenged enough here, just hold right here. So we're sinking our hips down to the ground. This is all about the hips, hip opener. Try to take any weight out of that left knee. Try to relax the upper body, taking any pressure out of the palms, the arms. Let most of the weight be in that right foot, the top of the left foot, allowing the hips to just sink lower towards the ground. And just be mindful that the knee stays stacked over the ankle. Alignment so important, so maybe just do a double check to make sure that that's in alignment. Keep breathing that nice, deep, steady breath. So from here, let's start to slowly, if you're in lizard pose, make your way back to center, back to dragon. And then once you get back to center, let's just come into a little counter stretch. Taking our forward fold, half split, shifting the hips back, folding over that right leg. Dropping the chest towards that right thigh, maybe forehead to knee. Maybe gently flexing that right foot. Relaxing through the upper body, squaring the hips. Feel nice lengthening in that right hamstring. Nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale, let it go. And slowly coming back to dragon. So from here, we're just going to move through a vinyasa. So however you want to take it, if you want to take a downward facing dog and hold that, that's fine. Do whatever feels good for you. Tucking the left toes, let's float that right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Reach and extend. Exhale, down dog. Feel free to hold here or move through high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And let's go right to the opposite leg. Left leg floats up for your three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Allow that left foot to really hang heavy, opening up the hip. And then left knee comes into the chest, step through for dragon. Stacking that left knee over the left ankle, slide the right leg back. Let those hips sink down towards the ground. Relax through the upper body. Let the head just hang. Go for lizard, whatever you did on the opposite side, just repeat, balancing out the body. Keep searching for that edge. Check in, make sure you're not tensing up or holding on anywhere. Just totally relax the body here, especially the upper body. Focus on the hips opening, releasing. If you're in your lizard pose, little by little getting that chest closer to the ground. Everybody looks great. Nice job. Gaining flexibility. So yin practice is a very physical practice, but also take this time to quiet the mind and be still. Let's slowly start to come back. If you're in lizard, make your way back to center. And then let's take that counter stretch. Coming into our half split pose, shift the hips back, folding over the left leg, squaring the hips. Flexing that left foot. Taking it slow, gently lowering the chest closer to that left thigh. Use the breath. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale, sinking breath. Let that chest drop on the exhale. Relax through the shoulders. Relax the face, the jaw. Feel that left hamstring lengthening all the way from the glute down to the heel. And then let's slowly release, come back to dragon. And then when you're ready, tucking the right toes, extend the left leg, flow through three-legged dog. Take your time, nice and slow. Float that left leg to meet the right. Coming back into down dog. And then option to flow into your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's take those knees down to the ground. Find your child's pose. Let the hips drop to the heels. Take the arms alongside the body, palms facing up. Let the spine round, the shoulders fall towards the ground. Forehead touches, stimulating that third eye. And maybe take this time to just come back to that intention, dedication you made at the beginning of your practice. Inhale, float the body up to seated. Just going to take one more hip over here. Just straddle. I'm going to take dragonfly. So feeling the sits bones grounding here. Let's flex the feet, point the toes a couple of times. Really lengthen through the spine, crown to the sky. When you're ready, two options here. You can take the palms to the floor and take the palms to the legs, and then slowly start to walk the palms out, lowering the chest down. So either way, you can try both, see what works for you. If you're coming into dragonfly, keeping the feet flexed, maybe reaching for the toes. And start to think about your arms, legs, or the wings of the dragonfly. And slowly let your chest float down to the ground little by little with each breath. Always be patient with yourself. No judgment, no expectation in yoga. Beautiful job, everybody. Let's slowly start to come back to center, walking the hands back in. Big inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, let's come into a gentle lateral stretch, reaching over to the right foot. Opening the chest to the sky. Inhale, float back through center, take it over to the opposite side. Inhale, come back to center. And then taking both legs out in front, bend the knees. Ground the soles of the feet, reaching forward. Let's slowly roll onto the back, rolling through that spine, making our way down. And then once you get down there, hug the knees into the chest, coming into a little ball, taking hands to opposite elbows, maybe forehead to knees. And then relax, ground the shoulders, the hips, feel the back, really grounding here. Coming into our happy baby, take the arms inside the thighs, peace sign, fingers wrap around the big toes, flexing the soles of the feet, bending the knees, using that arm strength to really draw the knees down to the ground, opening up the hips. Feel free to rock from side to side, massaging the lower back and the hips. Or extend through the knees, getting one last stretch here. Try to keep the shoulders grounded. And then bending the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, Release that yogi toe grip, float the arms overhead. Drop the knees down towards the ground, coming into your butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Let's take our right palm onto the belly, the left palm onto the heart. Slowly start to come back to your normal breath. Feel the belly rise. Feel the chest rise. Feel the belly fall. Feel the chest fall. Feel totally relaxed and centered here. Feeling free to stay here or go into Shavasana, taking the legs out, mat's width. Taking the arms out and T palms to the sky. Coming into our final yin posture, our most important posture, most challenging, everybody's favorite, Shavasana. Finding stillness in the body and mind here. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like, gaining all the wonderful benefits it provides. If you'd like to join me in slowly making your way out, start to bring some movement into the fingers, the toes, the hands, the feet. Inhale, float the arms overhead. Bend the knees. And slowly rolling onto your right side, coming into a fetal position, just taking some deep breaths there. Slowly start to come back up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. Maybe keeping the eyes closed. Closing our practice with 3 cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. When you're ready, big inhale, exhale out, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank yourself for taking this time for your health. I hope to practice with you again real soon. May there always be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your mind. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
I hope you enjoyed your journey today. If you would like to see new classes, please remember to subscribe, like, visit our website at kavelalife.com, become a member on our Patreon account. By becoming a member, it allows us to create new classes. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kavela Life. Thank you so much. Namaste.